Hello everyone. Hi. Here we are. Earlier. Hello. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. JW Shields here, broadcasting live from the garage in Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2. I was here tinkering around with that beautiful GT40 race car that you see behind me. Completely useless for any actual racing, but you know, it's cute nonetheless. When I received an email from John Twitch. John Twitch sent me an email. And we were all very happy when receiving an email from John Twitch, because it's either going to be the best thing ever or it's an announcement that everything is going to come crumbling down. But this time it was a good one. John Twitch sent me an email, and I'm sure that it wasn't just me, where he told me that I can now enable bits and subs and custom emotes, despite the fact that I'm not an affiliate or a partner yet. So, well, now John Twitch is winning over YouTube. And I'm sure I'm going to spend a couple of days figuring all of that nonsense out. But for now, let's do it the same way we've always done it. We're here, we're going to go racing, and after we go racing, we are going to be cursing the RNG gods to ensure, because they're not going to get me a fucking Le Mans prototype car. Jesus fucking Christ, we are screwed. We are so fucking screwed on this thing. Jesus. It's an issue. And it's an issue that is not easily solvable, because we're running out of places where we can get that. Jesus. See, what do we have? The Euro Hot Hatch League? And we don't have any European Hot Hatches. Let's see. None of these are Hot Hatches, which is a bit of a problem. New Beetle RSI, Lancer Evolution, GTR. We have amassed a beautiful collection of 107 cars, and a lot of them repeated. Well, no, I think like 10 of them repeated, none of which provide me with any sort of leg up on this. Oh no, I have a Golf GTI. What the fuck am I talking about? I did win that one. Standard or sports cars, sports tires required. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Volkswagen. That's Auto. And we're going to get me some... Oh, I already did this. Was there a GTI or Golf Championship that I already did? Chat, am I losing my mind? Is it finally happening? Is senility going to take me over? I hope not. Anyway. Let's just go immediately to the Euro Hot Hatch League. And we have a car that looks like the Stakes helmet, and it's going to compete in here. Track randomizer. We have to disable the track randomizer. And let's see what happens. At a guess, I'm going to get an R32, and I'm going to be very disappointed. Cock, I think I also have an Audi A3. Huh. Oh, we have the Renault Sport V6. 82 points. Awesome. Let's see how that works out for me, shall we? Starting, and I'm immediately being left in the dust by the competition. The V6 is already making its move against the I want to say that's an Audi S3. I guess in the grand scheme of things, the Golf GTI is not particularly hot. Especially when you have that 3.2 liter V6 Alfa Romeo at the front, though it doesn't seem to be pulling a particularly large lead. The S3 is at the bottom. I cannot in good faith saying that I'm catching up to the competition. Sports tires are helping, but not as much as you'd imagine. I think we're going to need a little bit of a turbo boost and... oh. A little bit of the turbo boosting, a little bit of sports soft tires. Yeah, the closest that I can get to is on the corners, but as soon as we get on a straight, look at them. They just walk away. No, 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 no. No, this is a bit of a lost cause, I'm afraid. Oh, I already have sport softs, so that's right. So, first things first, I need to see if I have a better car for this. I don't know if I have an Audi S3 or anything like that. These price cars all kind of blend with one another. I have an RS4, which is not going to help my case on this one, I'm afraid. Germany. Yeah, it's the Golf. The Citroën. The Fiat Panda. Okay, so the Golf is indeed our best bet. We're going to be doing a little bit of finagling. Oh, that is substantial, over 100 kilos less. And then we can bolt an intercooler, which is going to help. And... nope. Oh, Christ. Is there anything in here that is going to get me over 300? If not, I think, yeah, HPA may have a unique turbo setup. They do not. 285. 314, there we go. That should be enough to give us a little bit of a competitive edge, especially with the sports soft tires. Because that Clio V6 has... oh no, the Clio V6 doesn't have four-wheel drive. The A3 3.2 does, and the R32 does. And we have... oh, BMW M Coupe, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But we're at least back on the 7-ish points. So this should go slightly better at least. It sounds better. The cockpit view is poor. It looks like I'm on stilts. It's okay if I tune this one if I wanted a daily driver in this imaginary scenario that we have in this game. The S-Type R is right there. Move out of the way, Mini. I'm hunting down BMWs. Oh, actually the biggest stop, the Clio V6 isn't here. Well, that's unfortunate. But I do still have the Golf R32 to contend with. It's gone. Oh. Tires are absolutely lit up, as you can see to my right. So I'm guessing that it's scrambling a little bit with that power. Hit the brakes, hit the brakes, hit the brakes, and there we go. A little bit transactional to do this, yes, but we really need a dub around here. Because we will be needing that race car for the rest of the game break. Oh, look at it scrambling. The traction control is making it shudder. Yeah. I'm gonna try and keep it straight. Come on. Work with me here. Hey, thanks for joining us, bud. We are trying to get that race car. Well, that Le Mans prototype. We got that GT40 race car last time, and that was so useful. Oh. That was rotating weird. Maybe it's a conspiracy. John Twitch and John YouTube are colluding to keep you from watching one or the other platform. Either that or Stanley is chomping at the cables again. Oh. I would love to say that the Twitter notifications... Sorry, that you can just go on Twitter and get the notifications for stream, but I am making the notifications for Twitter, so yeah, that's not going to those are going to be spotty at best. Stanley Cat is doing perfectly fine. Yeah, 7 points. I may have gone slightly overboard with the modifications, but we were promised a head-to-head with a Clio V6, and instead we have the R32, so, you know. If nothing else, I think we should be able to make our money back from the modifications. Not a lot more, but... Oh, the clown shoe is there. Yeah, the clown shoe I thought was going to be a bigger rival, but, well, actually it's starting on pole, so let's see if that's going to help its chances. Then again, this is Opera, and Opera... Yeah. Opera is ideal for the Mark V GTI. Yeah, I was promised a mid-engine Clio, and instead I got a mid-engine Renault 5 and a normal Clio. If I add them and split the difference, the result is going to be what I wanted to fight against, but as it stands... Oh, the clown shoe actually did dart a little bit. I guess it helps that it is being propelled by the correct wheels. But the problem with Opera, at least on GT4 Spec 2, is that it works in my favor. Once you get to this corner, bye-bye. They never do quite figure out the racing line on that one. So as long there is a... Oh. As long as there is... You're not so far behind that catching up is impossible. Opera races are easier to win than most circuits. And then you get something like... whatchamacallit? Not Trial Mountain, not Meadfield. What is the other track? The really, really annoying one. I forget what it is. But then you have another track in which the AI is fucking ruthless. Ow, bunk. And it's rather amusing that it's that corner, because on any other corner, you know, if they slow down to a crawl, it's... Oh! If they slow down on any other corner, it's, you know, normal. You know, it's fine. They don't lose that much speed, but that is one that you just have to do a tiny little bit of brake, as I didn't. And then you can just take it very, 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 very fast. We need a bunk redeem. Funny you mentioned that. I was just telling... I was just saying when we started stream, I got an email from John Twitch. And, you know, you sometimes get a bit nervous or excited if John Twitch sends you an email. But this one, it was good news. Apparently, I can now enable bits and softs and emotes and all of that fun stuff. So redeems may be here earlier than you expect. I will have to figure them out. I will need to figure something, you know, interesting. No, I'm not yet affiliated. I don't meet the requirements. Apparently they are opening it to more people. I don't know if there is like a consistency requirement, or it's the number of hours that I've streamed or anything like that. But yeah, those were fantastic news for me. So I think I'm going to spend a couple of days just tinkering with that. I don't think I'm going to have it good and properly set up next stream. Emotes should be fun. I would love to enable the What's the name of that emote that is sort of like a dog dancing? Like a dog or dog puppet dancing, something like that. Love to get that one, and then bid redeems would be like, well, the bonk redeem, or well, not saying a curse word because that shit is getting done for free every single stream. But, you know, something like that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. And as oh, I may need a new community name. Let's see, what's something that would be fun? Saying the speed, yes. What would be something fun for a community name? And that is maybe even chat. Do you want to become my meat shields? Do you want the name to be meat shields? Sorry that I'm laughing like it's the funniest fucking thing ever. I know it isn't, but okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. But yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of days, figure it out, see if see if there's anything else that I can do around there. And we're going to make it up as we go along. It seems very fun. Oh. Yep, there it is. I forgot that I put softs on this thing, so those tires are cooked. Right. Moving swiftly on. We did Paris, which was weird. Oh, we have Trial Mountain. I love Trial Mountain. And the BMW is at the front, so this may actually be an interesting race. Because, well, powerful straight six, rear wheel drive. Oh, that's right, Forza Horizon is releasing. That's interesting. I generally don't get new games on this channel. I may take a look, see how is the Renault 5 beating it. I may see about that. The only game that I know that I'm going to be buying as it comes out is probably going to be GTA 6. And that's because that thing is going to be such a fucking omni-shambles that I need to experience it firsthand. And what better way to do so than by sharing the abject horror that thing is going to bring with chat? That would be lovely. Or at least I think it would be. Yeah, well, it's a 140 gig download is horrendous, but remember, this is Microsoft what we're talking about. If they attempted to optimize it, that thing would just explode and take the computer with it. Yeah, who am I kidding? It's probably going to do that anyway. But yeah, GTA 6 is the one that it may be the one thing. It may be the one new game that I buy on release, not pre-order, because, well, generally fuck that shit. Yeah, I need to know. I need to fucking know. How do you make a game when every single person who made the aura of the last games. No, not even the last games. How do you make a game where everyone who gave it aura for the past 25 years is gone? And not even gone acrimoniously. Well, most of them gone acrimoniously. As far as I can tell, Laszlo, of all people, didn't say anything about his release. Yeah, I need... Goodness gracious me. Yeah, I don't know how that one is going to turn out. I'm actually kind of... Alright, alright. So, when I hear... It's not a conspiracy theory as much, but do you want to hear the biggest huff of copium that could possibly come out regarding any sort of cave development ever? So, my theory is that GTA 6 could be a good game because they're going to be so uninterested in single player. So, there is no single player DLC for GTA 5. It's well documented and it's well known that they wanted to make single player DLC, but once they popped online out, like a wart on a teenager's face, they went all in when they saw how much fucking money they were making out of shark cards. So yeah, we're going to make money out of this. Let's do it, yada yada yada, millions of dollars, whales, fuck the people that bought the game for a single player. So, my theory, which could be completely wrong, but I don't think it is that the entirety of the development of GTA 6 is focused on making the map a giant, vibrant, extremely environmentally diverse map so that they can do GTA 6 online and just have oodles of content that they can then spoon feed you, right? And because they are doing that, the main story, the single player, the bit that I actually want to play, is going to be an afterthought. And because it's going to be an afterthought, there is a possibility that they aren't paying any much attention to it, and then the people actually in charge of it can get away with more things. Because everyone is just thinking shark card. We'll see. I hope I'm right on that one. Otherwise, they're paying a lot of attention on the single player campaign, and that could be a bad thing. Not that that's going to be reported immediately, because at this stage, Rockstar is so big, and the GTA franchise is so solidly entrenched in pop culture that it's going to be like that mixtape game that's making the rounds here, where they just, you know, everyone gave it is critically acclaimed. Yeah, really, man. And then you see the gameplay and it's like, yeah. But that's hardly surprising. Who actually trusts on the mainstream video game press since it became a thing? Goodness. Anyway, yeah, that is my theory regarding GTA 6. I guess I'm going to find out. And I'm going to buy the version without any DLC because, well, we know what happened to the people that bought that last time. I generally trust a low-tier YouTuber more when they say a game is good. Well, boy, howdy do I know a low-tier YouTuber. I have been wondering since I did the super license test about this track. Uh, is it really, really, really narrow? Or is it just that the Golf GTI is so huge that it makes it look narrow? But then when you go for an overtaking opportunity, you really don't have the space. Then again, if it's based in Japan, of course it's going to be narrow. But look how this thing sits on a lane. How many laps of this one is? 3 laps? Okay. Oh. Yeah, well, that's understandable. The last person that the last channel that I unfollowed wasn't even such a long time ago, and it still kind of pains me a little bit, is Linus Tech Tips. Because I adored that, and then at some point, I'm not entirely sure when, really, they lost their soul hard. If you had told me that Linus had actually sold his channel to venture capital and stayed there just as figurehead and talent, I would have believed it. Holy shit. Nowadays he even looks like Mr. Beast, dumb fucker. Jesus. I don't know, he fell off hard, and I guess it had to do something with company size. Because when I started watching him, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth and Mount Everest was little taller than a molehill, they were still making YouTube videos on a house, and it was just like 6 people. Now they have like over 100 employees, a full writing team, and last I checked, every single person from the original writing team, with the exception of, well, actually no, everyone from the writing team is gone. Linus doesn't write scripts anymore. And I think that the only people, full stop, that are, oh, there we go, that are still with the channel from the early days are Linus himself, his wife, Luke, who used to be a presenter but now isn't, and I think that's it. So it all ends up feeling like, you know, corporate slop. Which is, you know, disappointing, but it is one of the many outcomes for sufficiently long-lived YouTube channels, if they get successful enough. Oh, that was the championship. I thought that we had another race. Jeez. Okay. Okay. I guess this is part of the modifications that they did for the existing championships. Thank God they got rid of 1,000 miles. 99 laps of Côte d'Azur. Yeah, no. I don't want to do the Monaco Grand Prix. I may do it if I get the F1 car. Anyway, we are going to get a prize car now. I know what I'm rooting for. Come on. Give me another Fiat Panda, you fucking bitch. Give me another Fiat Panda. Do it. Do it. I dare you. I fucking double dare you, motherfucker. Give me a Fiat Panda. Do it. I think I also have one of these already. No, I know that I have one of these already. Holy shit. Do I have a Mitsubishi FTO? Come, Japan. We have 3 of them, baby. Let's go. That's what I need. Goodness gracious me. Anyway. Well, let's see. I have nothing Italian that would... Do I have anything Italian that would... I do have a Sonda, but it's a race car, so I don't think it qualifies. Let's see, Italian. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the duality of man. Okay. Let's keep going around, see if we can find muscle car competition. I don't have anything like that. Won those championships already. Over in Europe. It's only the Italian and the British lightweight one that I'm missing. And the only thing that I have for British lightweight is the Ginetta. And the Ginetta is hilariously underpowered because I think you get a Cobra. And yeah. Yeah, I'm not winning that one unless I get something else. Let's see. So nothing there. Let's not do endurance right now. Japan, I'm only missing the one championship I don't have a fucking race car for. Professional events, are we done here? No, city slickers, okay. Single race, production cars only, all cars permitted. What sort of... Let's break out the Jag. And let's see what sort of cars they expect. Alpha 147, BMW 330, yeah. Oh no, I have to start the track randomizer as well. And it gives me an opportunity to go and see what sort of... What was the circuit that I was thinking about where the AI is ruthless? It's not midfield, I know as much. No. No. No, no. No, 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 no. Apricot Hill, this is the one. The AI in here? Yeah. It's 5 Ayrton Sennas. Anyway. This one is a losing one because Tokyo 246 is perfect for the Jag with that enormous long straight and the high-speed corners. So what are we getting instead? Oh, Hong Kong, we were going to race here anyway. Our rivals are an Audi S4, which may be the actual up here. A Mustang, an Alfa Romeo that's going to understeer into a ditch. and some business critters in an Alpha and a BMW. There we go. Oh, I missed the racing tires already. I have forgotten that this thing is slightly massive. For the bunk redeem, could I? No, I can't get the audio. I would have to redeem. I have to record myself saying bunk. We don't steal anything after leaving the hotel. We simply procure what we need for the trip home. Also, don't ask why this S-type is as heavy as it is, particularly around the rear. Speaking of bunk. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't think that the bunk redeem was going to be the horny bunk. I could also have a horny bunk redeem, but no. I just want a redeem that is just me saying bunk. Besides, as you know, there is absolutely nothing horny about this stream. It is a good, wholesome, extremely say-so, fortified with 8 essential vitamins stream. Except with a lot of cursing occasionally. But we can forgive that, can't we? Right. Okay, let's see. We're back on the straightaway. The S4, in spite of its superior four-wheel drive system, is beaten by something made out of a Lincoln by 3 people in a shed in the Midlands. Speaking of 3 people in a shed in the Midlands, we don't actually have an E-Type on this run either. The E-Type is fantastic for classic events, but I guess we don't even have that one either. Oh god, no. I've just said that, which means that this event, is going to be it's going to give me a fucking E-Type, and I won't be able to do anything with it. Ah, shit. Well, I suppose it would actually work on the lightweight championship if I throw a couple weight reductions at it. Anyway. The Breast Mountains in the long drive, there was nothing horny about them. They were just breasting boobily my way. What was I supposed to do? There we go. Okay, and missed the hairpin quite badly. Yes, but you can't hide them. You're actually driving towards them. The thought occurs to me that if I stream at this time, I could actually do an extra long drive stream, which means we would actually get some fucking progress done. Well, I say that, we have been averaging about 200, 250 Ks per stream on the last streams, Except when you have, you know, fucking Mount Everest in the way. But I would very much like for that to be over. And then, I don't know, make it a Sabaton goal or something. Because I continue to follow the development cycle of that on the Steam community page, and it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good at all. Yeah, okay. See, we already had Hong Kong. Let's see what we have instead of Hong Kong. Oh, if it's Tokyo. Oh, sweet merciful God, if it is Tokyo. Go on. Go on. You know what? Also acceptable. And we have an SRT4, which is actually very, very fast. So this is interesting. The Alpha 166 is beautiful. It isn't fast. Oh. That crossfire really attempted to block me in, didn't it? Actually, yes, the crossfire. There is actually a crossfire exclusive event on this game, so we need a crossfire. We don't have one, we need one. Now, I forget, do we get both versions of the crossfire in this game? I don't think we do. Do we just get the coupe, or do we get the coupe and the convertible? I would go and check, but at the moment things seem to be going awfully well. Oh, we only get the coupe. Okay, yeah, that's slightly unfortunate. The Crossfire convertible was actually the better looking of them. We are unfortunately on a low period for Chrysler, but with their Daimler ownership and the subsequent blood sucking by Mercedes. Unfortunate, but real. Turn, 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 turn. There we go. It does look a bit like a shitting dog, but the thing is, I can see what they were trying to do. They were trying to emulate, like, you know, one of those early, like, hot rod coupes. It's just that, yeah, they failed comprehensively and miserably, and they would go on to keep failing until they get bankrupted in the '08 crisis. Mercedes fucks off and sells them to a venture capital firm, and then they get bought by Fiat. It has been a long fall for Chrysler since the 80s. They are better now. They committed their last misstep with that new electric Challenger thing. I expect, even as we speak, some very talented and clever engineers are using the world's biggest shoehorn to put the 6.4 liter V8 into one and get it into production. Oh, the backlash they got was fantastic. Especially because it's, well, the Who said it best, the sun shines and people forget. But this lesson was a lesson that they have learned a couple of times. When the precursor to the LX cars the LH cars, which were universally loved. Here it was an American car that looked good, handled well, and wasn't embarrassing in Europe. You know, it wasn't just a fucking Lanyard. When they replaced those with the LX, the backlash was horrible. We actually have the original Chrysler 300C in this game, and that shit looked horrible. Absolutely disgusting, and with a plastic interior that was an affront to the, Chrysler LHS and 300Ms that they were selling before it. Its only redeeming quality was that it was very, very cheap. But, they kept hammering at it. They kept selling it, they kept improving it, and it became the likable, screaming, supercharged thing that we adore these days. So they released this new shit, and it's fucking horrible in a downgrade, a horrible downgrade with the... Yeah, it was based on an E-Class, but much like the Crossfire, it seemed a bit like Mercedes was just giving them, some leftovers and saying good luck, shitheads, but not allowing them to do anything that would actually make the cars good. And then they hammered at it for about 20 years, and nowadays, well, not nowadays, on their last years of production, the Charger and Challenger had about as much in common with a W210 E-Class as I have in common with Clooney. We both breathe oxygen, and I think that's about it. We both have 2 eyes. He is not an anime, but, that just proves my point. Yeah, but the new ones, they do this shit again. They release something that is clearly inferior and everyone fucking hates it. And they're banking on heritage to sell it, which isn't working, especially because this time it isn't fucking cheap. It's just expensive and awful and doesn't look very good. So, they can either speed run, break, there we go. They can either speed run the whole Chrysler LX cars arc and make them likable really, really quickly, or try and fix it over the next 20 years or so. Thing is, I don't think they have 20 years. Final lap, and everyone is far, far behind. It was a good idea to take the Jaguar. I also like the Mercedes that we won a couple of races with, but the handling is rather bad on that one. And even with the... I think I got a suspension upgrade for it and I stiffened it, but it still has its massive heft and doesn't quite work. Meanwhile, nice, giant, balanced Jaguar. There we go. Good kitty. We won't tell him about what the company is presenting about 20 years later, right? It's better to keep it. Not that the S-Type is particularly good looking. It isn't. I'm rather disappointed that I don't think any of the Gran Turismos has an XJR or something like that. But, still better than the Thing. The Thing being what I call the new Jaguar. You are aware, of course, that when you clip these things, I can see them later, and I pick choice ones, and I'm going to upload them as shorts on YouTube. Yes, just checking. Very well. Excellent, we got another set of points. The Crossfire is still in second place. The SRT4, which I thought would be a contender, is down in fourth. That's disappointing. Goodness gracious me. Now, because we don't actually have that circuit here, let's move to New York. Which instead of New York is going to be... Oh! Oh, okay. Fortunately, the competition doesn't seem to be particularly fast. And I do have a supercharged Jag, so, you know. The other problem is this everyone is flat out on this circuit. Still, I actually like seeing it. I actually like seeing it being used somewhere else. It was criminally underutilized on the actual original iteration of the game. I think I braked a little bit too much, but I'm going past the master. See, there we go, the SRT4. Being really quick and understeering terribly. Which is true to real life, if memory serves me right. Oh, that one is also understeering. Did it hit the wall? I think it did. Ouch! That's rude, isn't it? Doesn't seem to have a lot of grip though, does it? Is it actually going to beat me? Nope. Nope, SRT4 understeered as well. There we go. Kidding me, it's going to be a fantastic crowd. Let's go on the weekend and watch a bunch of people with normal cars drive around an oval. Well, that's the origin of stock car racing. And actually, I'm actually giving it a proper tribute because, as far as I can tell, the only foreign car that is actually made overseas. Oh yeah, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. No, that's not gonna work. It needs to be 500 miles. And there needs to be a B-17 flyover. And there needs to be a trailer park with a bunch of fantastic barbecue on it. And someone has to sing the national anthem, but very passionately. What else? What am I missing? Yeah. But yeah, that's the origin of stock car racing. And then, oh, Autumn Ring. Okay. With a 350 set and a G35. Okay. Only foreign car that was actually made overseas and wasn't just a bespoke two-frame chassis was a Jag, an XK120. That is not to say it was the only foreign vehicle that did podiums. If I recall correctly, a couple of races actually had Beetles and I want to say Humbers or some other British sedan of the times actually duking it out with, you know, Hudsons and Oldsmobiles and all of those things. Yeah, Beetle, remember, oftentimes some of those tracks were dirt. I'm not saying all of them were dirt, but they did have their fair share of dirt tracks. And when they race on those, the Beetle does have good traction on loose surfaces on account of, you know, the engine being over the driven wheels. How did they handle the swing axle? Well, I guess they figured it out. Yeah, the Beetle is remains a divisive design. There has to be, even if not liking it, there has to be some respect at the fact that it has survived as a cultural icon for as long as it has. It is now part of the collective consciousness. People who have never, ever seen Beetles can instantly recognize them and feel the same range of emotions that people who lived when they were around in large numbers do. There is actually a large parking structure near me where there is a dead Beetle and a dead... forget what the other car is. You know, some genetic crossover thing. And the genetic crossover thing is, you know, people writing it, you know, the traditional collection of rude words and messages to wash the car and the assorted expletives and what have you. Meanwhile, the Beetle just has, you know, friendly wash me signs or smiley faces and invariably the hippie sign. So, and I have to expect that these people weren't around when that was a thing. If they are, I really need to know about these septuagenarians that are still run around writing things on cars. But yeah, it's now an intrinsic part of popular culture, even for people that weren't there when it made its impact. In much the same way that people who have never been in a station wagon still hate station wagons in much the same way as their parents or grandparents did when they were stuck on them doing a cross-country trip. Apropos of nothing, we are going to continue playing the long drive on Saturday. There you go. Turn around, turn around, turn around. There we go. Yeah, the full Autumn Ring is an interesting track. I like it a lot. I like it much better than Autumn Ring Mini. Which, I get that it was set up for smaller cars, but Jesus fucking Christ. Though, when it comes to those, the beginner course is the one that annoys me the most. Well, as you know, Autumn Ring exists on a part of the world where it is perpetually autumn, so there is no problem in December to August. Either that or they spend an awful lot of money on orange paint. Thunk, thunk. Miss those. But that's okay because we are on our final lap and very near the finish line. Yeah, okay, that about lines up with how I thought it would go. Genetically modified trees, of course. That's how it can be autumn all day long. All year long. Forever autumn. Never winter. Sometimes spring. Finally, special stage Route 5, which instead of that is going to be... Oh, please God, don't be the Nordschleife. Ah! Okay, RNG gods. Okay. Ah, that's okay. It's not like scientists have been disappearing at an alarming rate recently. Wait. Is that an SRT4 in the same color as the one that we had on the... No, it's not an SRT4, it's a Prelude. That's right. Ha! The expectation that they would actually knock on your door. Oh, this one may actually be more difficult. Because the RX-8 has just flown right past. And it's actually getting further away, so that's a little bit concerning, isn't it? Here, Crossfire, let me use you as a brake. There we go, there we go. And then we have the 350 set with the assist. That's it, we're working together as a team. I'm still not catching that RX-8. Oh, it chose the final race to drop this king shit on me, didn't it? Ah well, fair enough. I hope that you enjoy your new life in a foreign country. Don't forget to continue subscribing or else I'm going to get very worried. Second, yeah, it waited right until the end to drop this. Okay, we're going to do a second attempt, and if that doesn't work, well... Right, where did we go wrong last time? Follow the 350 set. Yeah, that bit was good. The other side continues to pull away. Break a little bit here. We understeer a little bit there, but we broke a little bit less. That one still came through. We have to do the whole overtaking thing again. I don't get to use the crossfire as a wall this time. Actually, maybe I do. No, no I don't. No, I don't. There we go. Oh, I went all the way down to 4th. Jesus Christ. Final lapping, I'm still, what, 3 seconds behind? No, 2 exactly. Goodness. It's a Jaguar, and the one that is losing right now. Thanks for joining us tonight, bud. Oh, no. Understeer a little bit too much. Okay. We've done second twice, which is annoying, but you know, we can work on that. Unfortunately, I want to be respectful of the viewer's time. And the viewer doesn't want to, you know, sit about watching me drive in circles for a couple of hours. They want to see the real entertainment, me getting really, really fucking angry at the random price cards because it doesn't give me anything useful. So, I reckon it's time we deploy the secret weapon. Except, you know, it's not secret at all, is it? There we go. No, city slickers. Production cars only. That'll do it. Actually, no, that won't do it. This will do it. That's right, I had forgotten that I put a spoiler on this thing. So in 45 seconds, no, it's not 45 seconds, in about 2.5 minutes, we are going to get the actual content. And I mean, it's a Lotus. People commuted on a Lotus. I mean, better that than racing. What with the gearbox from a Renault 16 hiding in the back. 2 launches and... oh, look, we need a new gearbox. I forget, this thing is turbocharged, isn't it? Ah! Yes, yes it is. So you can actually see it on 5th when it's just sitting there and then the turbo comes on song. And we brake gently. Apparently, no, it's not too gently. We just had a little bit of sliding. It's acceptable. I think we're going to win this one. Almost a bunk, not a bunk. Alright. Now is the time for the real content. Ladies and gents, we are about to experience another blessing from the RNG gods. Spirits of above, give me a sign. Shall I be joyous, or should I be damned? Go on. You can't see it, but I've just facepalmed. Okay. It doesn't even annoy me. Okay, fuck. The bit that annoys me is that it's useless. Entirely useless. Oh. Fuck! Chat, does anyone of you remember if we actually have an eclipse already? Do we have an eclipse already? I think we have... Okay. I think we have an eclipse. I don't know if we have one. I think we do. So we have 2 repeated Mitsubishis on this stream. It's going along magnificently. I finished the beginner one. Yep, so we don't have anything to get here. I can't finish the extreme one on account of not having the car to do that. Do I have a car for like the wind? I don't think I do. There we go. Can I coax this thing to do 400 kph? I don't think I can. You can see the problem, right? Okay, let's just not even try that one. Right. LMP1 and Group C, and I think we are stuck. I think we are now well and truly stuck. Do they allow... Actually, they say all cars permitted, which means... My faith in your abilities has momentarily been restored. We have the GT race car. We could always buy a car, we could. Unfortunately, the whole bit on this race... on this run is see how far we can make it without buying a car. So we are still on the bit, but okay, focus or Mustang. Okay, I don't have any of those. We're still doing the bit, but it's becoming ever more difficult to do the bit on account of the pulls being so ass. Oh, I may actually win 2 cars on this one as well. So, let's see how that goes. What do we get instead of New York? Perfect! Perfect, absolutely love it. And I think... Well, depending on how long it takes, it's probably going to be our last prize cars of the our last prize cars of this run. I love loopholes. Mark II that finished 3rd in the 66 Le Mans. Is that the white one? Or was it the blue one? I think it was the white one, wasn't it? Also 69, this means... First of all, nice. The golden one, okay. This is a 69, so first of all, nice. Second of all, it means it's a Mark IV with the giant 7-liter thing in the back, which is fantastic. Presumably, this is one of the cars that they were getting photographs and sounds for when they were at Jay Leno's garage, that caused them to find the tank car and subsequently added to the game. Oh, got distracted looking at chat. Whoopsie doodle. Oh, that story is fantastic. But then again, what did they expect when going into Jay Leno's garage? It's like it has the fucking Willy Wonka chocolate factory, except better because it doesn't give you diabetes. To be fair, if you it is unusable in races, but to be fair, if you drive it about, that thing is just useless spirit. It's fucking enormous. It handles poorly. It only has a 2-speed. The one that was more annoying to be made unusable in races was the Caterham. Oh, these. Okay. Yeah, sure, I can work with this. It's the Caterham that they have here, the Fireblade. Wait, pink car. What was pink car? I saw the pink car. I saw the preview of the pink car. Oh, it's a Tempest. Okay. Yeah, the original DeLorean Tempest, not the one with the stack headlights too. These things used to be incredibly expensive, and now that boomers are slowly phasing out of the market, you can actually pick them for, I'm not going to say cheap, but put it this way, you can actually buy one. My guess as to why they don't put them on the not allowed to race it is either they started working and they oh god, I missed the tire. God, I missed the racing tires. Oh, there you are. My guess is that they weren't aware of the limitations of the PS2. That's one. Or the other is, I don't know if it's still the case, but back in the day, Gran Turismo games were notorious for being horribly delayed. Like GTA 6, except, you know, nowhere near as culture changing. So maybe they just ran out of time in trying to make it work. Hitting in the game data is a thumbnail for a Caterham race. Really? So I'm guessing the latter one is correct. Or both of them. They were working on it, but they simply ran out of time, or figured out that they couldn't make either. You either couldn't make it work, or they didn't have enough time to just design the roofs that would go on the Caterham, so that you could have 6 of them on a track at a time. Nowadays, because we are running all of this on what could be, Jesus, perceived as a supercomputer from the future, those limitations seem a little bit quaint, but as we forget, the PS2 only had so much power. It's much in the same way that back on the N64 days, you needed an additional RAM bundle if you wanted to play GoldenEye. Or Perfect Dark. One of them. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're about to take the checker flag. Road going Formula Cup. That doesn't sound generic at all. And the final one that was supposed to be Seattle is instead. Let us see this horror that is about to be bestowed upon us. It is indeed horrifying. Feel the speed! The speed! Oh, there is a Cobra in there. Fuck you! It's so satisfying to actually have a Cobra on the championship and do to it what the Cobra generally does to every single championship it enters in. Okay, so in just under a minute, we're going to get another 2 prize cards, and please, motherfuck, let it be a fucking Mitsubishi again. And I guess we have other alternatives to get prize cards. We have the special events, which we haven't done all of them. And we can't do all of them because some of them have Group C opponents. And we have the, whatchamacallit, the driving missions. Except we are going to skip some of the one lap magic ones because that demands driving mission 34, and I'm going to be real with you. I only successfully completed that one once with save states, which I don't think actually counts. At least in my mind it doesn't. Okay, come on. Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Come on, do it. Do it. Hit me! Sorry. Yes! Fucking hell. Okay, and the other one? And the other one? It's another one I already fucking own! Okay. Breathe. Dunkelblau, is that how the Germans call... Is that how the Germans insult each other? You fucking Dunkelblau? That's right, we haven't won anything Italian, so no, don't bother with that. Did they restore the Caterham event? Because that's going to be another thing to fucking worry about if they did. Oh, thank God. Aha, let's see. What do we do? What do we have on that one? Are those the... Yep, Audi R8, B12 LMR. I think we've hit the wall. Oh, Minolta is the one that I would absolutely adore to win. No events there. No events there. No events there. Professional events, we already did all of those. Yeah, I always check because Spec 2 adds an awful lot of shit. I don't have a Daihatsu of any kind, do I? Well, no, I just won one. I just fucking won one. And for my troubles, it's not one of the useful ones. I forget, is there a Japanese K-Cup? Yes, but I already... Okay. Yes, and we have the K-Card thing here, and I think I already won that one. Yeah. Yes, my memory is quite bad on these sorts of things. Beat the beat, type R meeting, type R meeting. That is a type S. Will you accept it? No. So, the only card that I have that is going to accept it, that is going to be accepted, is the Spoon Type R, which is front wheel drive and gets trounced here. But there are no restrictions on tires, and I'm getting slightly desperate. We don't have a Honda Beat. We don't have a Honda Beat, do we? Nope, we have a City. Mugen has nothing of the sort. I have to go to Spoon. And because this thing is front wheel drive, we're going to fit it with a huge fuck... No, it's a Honda. We can't fit it with a huge fuck of turbo. But we're going to do a little bit of that. And... Sure, why not? A little bit of that. And that. Oh, we already had a... Did I buy that? Yeah, surely I bought that. Tires, do we have racing? We're going to buy this. Soft, watch me regret this later. Okay, no, it refreshes. That's fine. I think I'm going to need the... And with all of that, we maybe, just maybe, if we're really, really lucky, be able to defeat an NSX. Because although I have the oil change, yes. Because although I have half a dozen NSXs, none of them are Type Rs. No, the wash is unnecessary. I think this thing is new. But the oil does give you an extra horsepower or two. And damn it if it doesn't need it. I don't have any Isuzus either. Fuck! The other thing is, and I remember this, I want to say yesterday, sometime in the past couple of days, the completion percentage increases once you have a gold. Y'all are seeing this, right? RNG is crazy right now. fine, fine, fuck it. They didn't just invite the 1 NSX, they put that shit in pole. And I'm still going to be hella slower through the straights. So I need to press home my advantage on the corners. But first I need to figure out how this thing handles. But yeah, the percentage increases only if you have first place. So all of those silvers and bronzes that we have scattered about are not going to get me any prize cards, but they are going to increase the percentage. I don't actually have the power to pull on it, but I can do that. And indeed, I'm immediately regretting the soft tires. Look at that, they're already green, which means they're going to be chartreuse by lap 2 and fucking orange by 3. You would think that the RNG would throw like a Civic in here or something, but no. And we already did the Civic championship on account of having that adorable little orange 79 one, which is also tuned to within an inch of its life. The McLaren Senna will not be appearing in Forza Horizon 6 because the Senna family has a copyright thing going. Yeah. Ah, lawyers. Gotta love them. Wait, no, love them is not the word. Turn around gently, gently. Sure enough, the tires are now chartreuse at the front and I want to say aquamarine at the back. Well, they can replace the Senna with the actual best McLaren ever, the F1, specifically a long tail one. Ah, what bliss. The longtail was in Forza Horizon 5. Wait, F1 longtail or the current 675 longtail? Because I mean the one from the early 2000s and late 90s. The good one, the one that was straight up the fastest car in the world for a while. F1 longtail. Ah, excellent. Okay, the tires are now yellow, so my grip advantage is going to get very slowly eroded away. And I only have 300 horsepower and front wheel drive. This is where it gets interesting. Yeah, the street version, that's the one I want. Because you can drive the McLaren F1 in this game, actually, but it's a race version. Which, you know, I'm not going to hate on that one. But it's also one of those cars that you never get, and when you get, it's outclassed by the Group C and the Le Mans prototypes. So, just to check. Let's see. Let's see, because I want to make sure I have this right. We have been bountiful. We've had 5 prize cars this stream, 3 of which are duplicates, and 2 of which are useless. Correct? I know I should have been writing it out on a little notepad around here or something. Yes, well, I'm going to go ahead and guess that Gordon Murray didn't want to give the rights for the actual McLaren thing, you know. So, you know, you work with what you're given. Right, so we have proven our thesis. This thing with all of the tuning parts and racing tires is actually faster around the track than the NSX, which means we should win this championship and get another one. I wonder if it's going to be a duplicate or useless. At this point, even a Subaru 360 would be useful because we have a 360 championship and we don't have any car to race on it. Right, what do we get instead of Trial Mountain? Please don't be the Nordschleife. Still preferable. And we still just have the one NSX. What the hell? Okay. You know what? I shouldn't even be complaining. Really fucking shouldn't. Because what I'm going to get if I keep complaining is, oops, all RSX. Sorry, all NSX. The NSX is fine. The NSX is somewhere around there. It's cool. We like it. Oh, punk. Oh no, we don't actually have an RSX. It's just this generation of Integra. Okay. Oh. Here, brother, hold the fort while I... You're not holding the fort, are you? Yeah, hold the fort while I press on my advantage. Thank you. Now, these Spoon Integras are supposed to be very limited production, right? I expect that they are prodigiously expensive, and all of them have the steering wheel on the wrong side of the car, which is a shame. You still see the odd Integra just sitting about in traffic, and I don't know, maybe it's just a thing that I do, but I do occasionally wonder if the owner realizes what what an interesting and fun car they have. When it's tuned, I get it, but you see the very odd unmodified one. And that one is amazing to me because it means that it survived all of the decades when all of them were getting stolen and then modified to within an inch of its life and then abandoned in a ditch. And true, most of them are automatics, but still. The handling characteristics are still there. It's just you don't get to row your own. A used spoon carbon lip for the front bumper is around 700 euros. Jesus fucking Christ. That doesn't bode well for the rest of the car, does it? Because they were sold by spoon like this. So, you know, with the... I don't think the yellow was a special color, but most of them were yellow. The carbon hood, the lip, the tuned engine, lightweight. If I recall correctly, they came with no back seat and a roll cage. Though the roll cage may have been an option. I don't remember at this moment. My Integra brothers did their job well. I have a good advantage. Oh, there we go. I have a good advantage over the NSX, which means I should... everything should be fine. The tires aren't even wearing quite as quickly as I thought they would. Oh, that is a wonderful sound. Okay. Final time we take this hairpin. Thump. Okay, one of the tires is now orange. But that's fine. You can do a tire, just hold for a little while. Oh. For a little while longer yet. Just a little bit more and across the line. Wunderbar. There we go. We did it again. We need to do it one more time. And then we get to play Repeat or Useless. The nation's favorite game, I believe. Oh, thank Christ, Clubbing is a short track. Oh, I didn't even see who was... Okay. I was looking at chat again. And this is with a dual monitor setup. Imagine what would happen if I ever get triples. Right, let's see. We have Integra. Yes. And I think at the front it's two Civic Type Rs, same generation too. So yeah, the RNG is going to be wild on this one if we're getting this sort of repeats on the actual races. And then in front another Integra, and then in front of that an RSX? No NSXs on this one. Okay, yeah, this pool is going to be... Oh god, I'm already dreading it. Holy shit. There we go. Break. Alright, without an NSX, this has less of a punchline, I guess. But that means it's going to be over in about 2 minutes, and then... Isn't that convenient? I couldn't have timed it better if I tried. We're actually going to stay within the 2 hours. So that's nice. I think the only time where I would not feel uncomfortable overextending it this week is Saturday for obvious reasons. Though, as I said last stream, I'm actually kinda digging streaming at this time. Oh, I wish... No. So here's the thing, Red. Here's the thing that you need to know. It wasn't planned all along, because if it had been planned, if it was actually planned, it would have gone spectacularly wrong. It would be midnight. My computer would be on fire. I would be wearing a stupid little hat. Wait, no, that's other stream. Yeah, it would be an absolute mess if I planned it. Serendipity just kind of, you know, figures things out sometimes. Yeah, and if I manage to finish the thing that I have going on this week, the other advantage is that I can go a little bit longer if I start at this time, without it being, you know, weird or compromising other things. We turn around here. Final couple of corners. The spoon Type R seems to have acquitted itself very well, although again the RNG seems to have helped it a little bit, because you can go check on past streams when we tried this. The field was like 4 NSXRs and then a Civic and then this. There we go. And here we go. Oh, this is going to be rich. This is going to be wonderful. Yes. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? It's a repeat, but not really. Oh, this fucking playthrough is cooked. Yeah, no. It's... Allow me to disabuse you. It's not a Mitsubishi Eclipse again. It's an Eagle Talon. It's completely different. This one has a fucking spoiler on it. Oh, what happens if I... Okay. Entirely different. For starters, I think this one actually has the steering wheel on the correct side. This playthrough is fucking cooked. Because there is no salvaging now. We would actually need the RNG to cooperate. And that shit ain't happening. Apparently, JWS is just a horrible seed for price cars. I guess I should have just put JW shields. Huh. Well, we're not going to start all over again, so guess this is the hand that we're dealt with. Uh, Still, 61.7% so far of the game without without buying a car. Pretty good. Pretty good. I the goal that I set for myself when we started doing this thing, I wanted to get it to 81. So we're 20%, well, 19.3, I guess, percent off from it. I don't know if we're going to make it, but we're gonna keep trying, won't we? Anyway, it is not yet the time for me to decide between passing out in front of the computer or passing out in my bed. But we are going to stream now. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck around and you enjoy what you saw, and why wouldn't you? I'm JW Shields. You can find me on Twitch and on YouTube and on my Twitter and on my blog, which are all updated with different kinds of frequency. We are going to be doing the long drive on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to stream Friday. Friday is usually a bonus stream. I didn't do it last week. I may do it this. Again, it's going to be depending on how that day goes. As mentioned at the beginning of the stream, apparently Twitch has deemed me worthy enough to have subs and points and emotes and all of that other things that people around here have. It's an entirely new thing for me. So I'm going to spend a day or two or a week just figuring it out, trying to see if I can get some things there that will actually, you know, be worth it for you and my other viewer. And we'll see how it goes. Apparently we already have a fan community name. Welcome, Meat Shields. Goodness gracious. Can't believe that came out. Anyway. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it has been very fun. Thank you all so much for watching. See you when I see you. And until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'll see you all very, very soon.